7-year-olds. Nice. So let's give it up for them too. Michael is a young boy that started playing with me when he was 7. He'd get his mother to show up and bring him every single Friday night when I played. She'd sit in the corner and watch him play. That boy is now 22 years old and he owns rental property. He's going to school, getting a double major, and is going to start his own business. So I'm really excited about what this can do for people. Let me give you a little background on myself really quick so you know who you're playing with tonight. There was a person back in 1999 who started training people to coach this game through Robert Kiyosaki's organization. She no longer does that. People ask me all the time, where can I go to get that training so I can do what you do? It doesn't exist anymore. But there were 2,000 of us who were trained to coach that board game. We got trained to coach CashFlow 101, CashFlow 202, and CashFlow for Kids. And I always tell people, if you've got a child that's over the age of 7 years old or older, don't put them in CashFlow for Kids. Get them into CashFlow 101. They will get it very quickly. But when I started playing, there were 2,000 of us that were trained. And of the 2,000 that were trained, I'm one of less than 40 who ever got certified. It took me almost a year, and I had to play games every Saturday, video record them, shoot them back to her, and they were on the VHS tapes, so you know how long ago that was? And I had to shoot them back to her, and then she would go back through it and critique me and tell me things that I needed to know. Now, one of the hardest things I had to learn was not to care if you win. I wanted you to win this game so badly because I wanted you to feel successful. And she had to beat that out of me. So you guys are really lucky tonight because I don't care if you win. I care if you get something different, that when you leave here tonight and next week and next month and next year, I shifted your world. I'll give you a couple of quick examples. I started playing again 2 years ago after taking a hiatus of 3 years. And I started playing, and I had a gentleman who flew from LA to St. Louis the first night I was throwing a game again, and he came that far to let me know how much I changed his life. See, that guy used to record audio and do all kinds of sound mixing in his studio apartment in St. Louis. And I came to him and said, Byron, why are you doing that? Because you've got so much more talent than what you're doing. Like, there's so much more that you can do. So unbeknownst to me, he came there to let me know that he just finished the soundtrack with Steven Spielberg for Jurassic World. Wow. So this is the level of stuff I love to do with people. I had another guy who came in that night, just specifically said, I'm not here to play. I'm like, why are you people coming here and you're not here to play? I'm like, here to play. But he came all the way out to come to talk to me. He was making $18,000 to $20,000 a month consistently every single month and had a family of 8. So these are the kinds of things that people get to do when they're around me. I'm a conduit for you to go wherever you want to go. My background is I used to own a real estate investing club from 2004 to 2009. I rocked in St. Louis. It was the biggest club that St. Louis had. It was the most expensive club that you could belong to. Renatus, for those of you who were in Renatus, you need to know Renatus blows the socks off of what I put together. And what I had was really amazing. Prior to doing that real estate investing club, I worked for a self-made multimillionaire. That's where I got the entrepreneur bug. I realized he could come in when he wanted, he could leave when he wanted, and when some family tragedy or something happened to a friend of him that he cared about, he could go and handle them and take care of whatever he needed to do. I watched him take one of his best friends and send him out of the country with a brain tumor. The man came home. He was supposed to die in like a month, and the guy lived for 9 more years and didn't die from the brain tumor. And it was because of what my boss was able to do. So a lot of times when people come to me and say, well, money doesn't matter, I will challenge you and ask you, if someone in your family got injured or someone in your family was very, very sick, how much money would it take for you to help them versus let them die? And I've had some life experiences where I've been able to make those kinds of things happen in my own world. I have not had a job since I was 35 years old. I will be 49 at Christmas. So my son is in the United States Navy, and he goes all over the world, and he knows if he makes a phone call to me, I'll be with him in 24 hours. He's never pulled me on that, but he knows that I can do that and that I will. And there's nothing better than being there for your child, wherever they want you to be. He's 25, and he's one of the best that the Navy has. I'm so proud of him. So, I'm going to get a little choked up there. The first thing I want to tell you guys, I'm going to throw some flip charts up on this back wall throughout the night. You're going to see different things. This first one is really important to me because people sometimes start playing in this game and they think that what they need to do is understand stuff so they can regurgitate it. And it's great that you can regurgitate things, but that's not where real learning happens. Real learning happens from getting involved. So this quote is actually from Benjamin Franklin. It says, "You tell me and I forget, you teach me and I remember, you involve me and I learn." So my goal tonight is to involve you in this game so you start to shift and you get different things happening. I'm going to tee this game up for you guys tonight so you understand how it all plays. Let me get started here. All of you have got what's called a game card. It's that large piece of paper that's in front of you. On this game card, you're going to see that there's income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and then there's a couple of other things written in black. What you're going to end up doing is there are smaller cards in your game, and if you haven't opened your game yet, open that game up, and you're going to find smaller cards that are about this big. They're like index cards. Those are known as profession cards. Now, the rule book will tell you that you want to pick something at random. I don't want you to pick anything randomly tonight because you don't have a random life. You have your life. So what I want you to do is look through the game cards, and I want you to pick something on purpose. And what I want you to do is either pick the profession that you do, that you've done, that you wish you did. Like, I never became an attorney. My dad never understood. And when I was doing passive income and didn't have to go to work anymore, he kept giving me trouble that I never got my law degree. So I played the legal profession one night and figured out really quickly why I was grateful I didn't become a lawyer. So the other thing you can pick a game card based on is how much income per month. Is that consistent with what you do now? How much expense per month? Is that consistent with what you do now? Or how much is left over at the end of the month? Is that consistent with what you do now? So you can choose for any one of those 5 reasons. The game card does not have to, the profession card does not have to be specific to every one of those categories. So pick something that makes sense that you can relate to. That's going to make this game a whole lot more enjoyable for you and a whole lot more learning for you tonight. So grab one of those game cards. And once you guys start going through the game cards, just so you know, every single person who has a game card, if you ended up choosing a game card that someone else had, that's acceptable. In this game, I can have 6 players all being the exact same profession, and the game will still work differently for all of you. Did you need something back there?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, we're going to get you guys a set over there in just a minute. It might take us a minute or two to get you guys hooked up.